again.
Hey, you guys.
We're here. We decided to make another video because tonight is the biggest awards night in cinema.
Night.
The Academy Awards. And this year is very significant because Harvey Weinstein is not playing a part in the Oscars. Shh. It's the year of Me Too and a lot of diversity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's also, I'd say, one of the most unpredictable years because with regards to Best Film in particular, I think all bets are off. If we're hedging our bets, maybe The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro, who I think will probably win Best Director. I think that's pretty much a given. But there's Shape of Water, which I didn't think was as good as Pan's Labyrinth, so...
I like Pan's Labyrinth.
I love that one, that's one of my favourite films.
I like Shape of Water.
It was really good.
It was a bit Amelie goes into the waters.
But this is the thing, didn't you think it had... I think it has a huge debt to Jean-Pierre Jeunet, but also there have been some allegations of plagiarism.
Yeah, I read that.
For the script, and from what I can gather, they're actually founded. And anyway, that's just me, but anyway. But then there's also Three Billboards, which I'm a huge fan of. I think Frances McDormand, it's a shoe-in, locked there for Best Actress. But it has, I think, maybe a chance of winning Best Picture. Get Out could be one of them.
Get Out could sneak in.
Could be the surprise movie of the year.
And Call Me By Your Name. I love that film, and I think it could break your not too.
I'm going to have to watch that movie again. Because I've always said this, at the Berlinale there were two gay-themed films.
This was
last year. Call Me By Your Name and God's Own Country. And I thought God's Own Country was a better movie.
Fair enough, and it's a fantastic by Francis Lee.
Great movie, I loved it.
Yeah.
And from a first-time film director, that is absolutely incredible.
So that's why I'm still having a hard time with Call Me By Your Name, because it's a fantasy romance, So,
but Luca Guadagnino, I'm again probably pronouncing it completely wrong, but he has this way of creating this world that you just want to bathe in. I don't know. I mean, there's something about that world that it is a complete bourgeois fantasy.
Yes.
But it's, I don't know, I found it touching and beautifully eloquent. The script in fact, if it doesn't win Best Original Screenplay, adapted screenplay, and James Ivory
will get it.
If he doesn't, I will write.
It will get a no. He will get the adopted screenplay.
Yeah.
But Kristin, you are rooting for.
I'm still rooting for Dunkirk.
Why?
Because I thought it was just something original, moving in a very different way. And it was interesting from a cinematographic point of view.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it wasn't a Oscar bait, look at me playing Churchill movie.
Shade. Okay.
Like the other one. But it was very fine. I don't know. It was for me one of the most interesting movie experiences of the last year. So
fair enough. Yeah. Very immersive. I will say one thing about Dunkirk is the sound design.
The sound design is so incredible.
Yeah.
And I watched it at the Zoo Palace in 30 millimeters. So this was the way to do it.
Brilliant.
So the Zoo Palace is a big theater here in Berlin. If you have a chance to go, I would definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And the seats are so comfortable.
So comfortable.
What are our other Oscar favourites, or Oscar? No, actually, do you know what? Our Oscar dead certs for the night. Who is definitely going to win?
Other than Frances McDormand, I don't know. Like Best Supporting Actor, it could be William Dafoe, but it could be Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, I loved The Florida Project.
I haven't seen it.
It's out yet in Germany.
I think it's coming out this month. I had the good fortune of going to the press screening last year, and I've seen it again this year, and it is incredible.
Yeah.
So empathetic, and the actors, a lot of them are young children, give absolutely stunning performances, and I couldn't agree with you more. I think if there's any justice, William Dafoe will win it, but I think Sam Rockwell has it in the bag this year,
Okay.
and rightly so. I will also give a bit of a shout out to, again, a name I'm going to butcher because I do it all the time, Michael Stuhlbarg from yes, thank you, from Call Me by Your Name, who I think delivered, and I'm not alone in saying this, in Call Me by Your Name, this heart-wrenching and gorgeous speech towards the end of the film.
He played the father.
Who just thinking about it kind of makes me want to cry. I love that moment, and it is just gorgeous. So it's a real shame he wasn't nominated. I think that's my one upset where I genuinely thought he would win hands down.
Sharp.
So, yeah.
So,
The best actor category, we all know who's going to win, or we're assuming he's going to win, but we're not very happy about it.
Yeah, this would be Gary Oldman. The Darkest Hour.
So, well,
I need a drink.
You do. I mean, it is a fine performance of Mr. Oldman in a fat suit, essentially. But he does a fantastic. It's more of an impression. I don't know. It's more of an impression that it is act. I don't know. I think it's one of those
staged. It just didn't feel natural to me. Like I said, it felt like Oscar bait. It's like, look at me, I'm acting.
I've never heard you sing before.
Huh? I know.
The voice of an angel.
You don't want me to sing, but
I think he delivers a performance. I think essentially they're going to give him the Oscar because it's a career Oscar. It's one of those things that he should have won for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Yes,
he should have been nominated in the past for Leon. He should have been nominated in the past for Sid and Nancy. He should have been nominated in the past for The Fifth Element, which is hands down one of my favourite films of all time. I will not back down on this.
No, nobody is
we like the Fifth
questioning
Element.
you.
We like the Fifth Element. But it was a miscarriage. Sid and Nancy was brilliant in that movie.
So he'll win, but it's a bit of a shame because he'll rightfully win for the wrong role.
Yeah. But he lost me in this metro underground stay, and then they're in the car, and everybody told him that they are going behind him, and that was, I think, oh my God, please don't do it.
The Darkest Hour as a film itself is nakedly Oscar bait, and it's also one of those films that just, I'm sorry, I was so bored during that whole film.
I wasn't bored. I just thought it was a glorified TV movie.
You're not wrong.
I wasn't bored.
Best supporting actress.
This is a hard one because the Academy was always throw surprises in the supporting actress.
That's true, but I think Alison Janney has it on lockdown.
For I, Tonya?
Tonya. The film itself, I was completely entertained from start to finish. I think it has some issues. But I thought I just love Alison Janney. I don't have a bad word to say about her, and quite frankly, just if she gets to go on stage, I'll be clapping along.
Okay, we'll see tonight. What about Lady Bird?
That's what I was about to say, Lady Bird. I learned that.
Isn't out on cinema in Germany, so I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I saw it. I'm sorry,
he's a cinephile.
I went to the press screening. It's a wonderful coming of age story, and it's very relatable, and it's terrific. And the fact that Greta Gerwig is nominated for Best Director is fully deserved. It's an absolute travesty that she's only, I think, the fifth woman to ever get a nomination. I don't think she'll win. I don't think that Lady Bird will win. I'll be honest, I don't think Lady Bird will win anything at these Oscars. I just don't see how it can. It's a shame because it's definitely worth watching. The script is also fantastic, but I just think there are stronger films out there this year. It's a bit of a shame, but
it's
there we go.
a strong year.
It is a very strong year, and of all the Oscars in recent memory, I'm very excited about this one because it is unpredictable, and there might be some very interesting surprises.
What about best animated feature? I think Coco will get it.
Coco. There's also Loving Vincent.
Yeah.
I haven't
Is
seen
it
Did you
Loving
see that?
Vincent or
Yeah, it's
Finding?
Loving. No, it's Loving Vincent.
Yeah, no.
Did you see it?
No, this is absolutely not my kind of movie.
No?
It's very.
No, I don't love this animated movie, multimedia. I'm very conservative about that. I want to see the picture.
Okay. I
don't
was
need
quite won
that.
over by it. I thought it was very very handsomely done. I think Coco has it on lockdown there as well, which is a bit of a shame because I liked Coco. I thought there were moments where again I was
Coco.
tearing up.
I did like Coco.
But I don't know if you've seen, there's this wonderful film called The Book of Life.
No, I've heard about it.
Right. Well, this was actually produced or executive produced by Guillermo del Toro. And this was in 2014, and it's a lot more rough around the edges, but it is essentially the same story. And I will have to call out Pixar on plagiarism on this one because there are so many kind of similar shades that I don't know. I mean, I personally preferred The Book of Life. I thought it had charm to spare. It had so much heart, like Coco. But I just think The Book of Life is a far superior film. Coco will win the Oscar, but I just think it's such a shame that a film like The Book of Life kind of went by the wayside when it should really have garnered more praise and more attention. So hopefully if Coco wins, and hopefully if enough people watch this video, that they will go out and see The Book of Life, which is an absolute gem.
Oh,
so
okay.
there we go.
Anything else? Any other categories?
I think there's one I personally want to flag, which is cinematography, and I think it's going to be Blade Runner 2049. Now, hear me out, because it's Roger Deakins. Roger Deakins? It's Roger Deakins, right? I'm having
It's a 2-hour and 40-minute movie, so...
No. And he has been nominated a grand total of, I think, 13 or 15 times, something like that, and no wins. And this is his year, it clearly is.
Over Dunkirk?
Yeah. Yeah, Dunkirk was Hoyt van Flangenstone. But
Dunkirk would get it.
Hoytema, I think it is. But no, it's Roger Deakins finally, and considering this is the man who gave us also Sicario and so many other fantastic films. Again, Sicario by Denis Villeneuve, who is the director of Blade Runner 2049. I will audibly cheer when his name gets read out, because I can't imagine anyone else winning that Oscar this year.
Okay. So we're pretty... Any other categories we need to put on?
Well, can I ask actually your... Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah,
the best foreign film.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, no German entry.
No.
We had high hopes for... what was this? Into the Fate? Is it English title?
God.
After the Golden Bell of the Golden...
The Fatih Akin. No, I really didn't like that film, so I'm thrilled.
I had my problems with it too, but...
No, I think that one's actually open. There's a Fantastic Woman. That's
I loved this one. It was on the Berlinale last year.
In fact, the fact that Daniela Vega isn't in the Best Actress category is a travesty, but I'll...
Well, the Academy moves slowly, don't
Yeah, baby steps. But that film is fantastic. I hope that wins. But we're not above seeing On Body and Soul, which was the Berlinale winner last year. That could win, or even Loveless, the Russian film, which is
like a little boy, right?
a young boy goes missing, and the parents are already in this fractured relationship, and it widens the gulf between them. It's haunting, is what it is, and those are very, very strong films. So that's also open. Can I ask for your predictions for Best Picture? Will win, should win, kind of thing.
Yeah, we saw. I think The Shape of Water will get it.
And should get it, in your opinion?
I would like to see Get Out get it, just if they could send a message. But of course, we know that's not going to happen. I do think The Shape of Water.
Okay, you?
What do you think?
Shape of Water, I don't know. Maybe even the 3 Billboards. I haven't seen them yet. But would win Dunkirk for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think The Shape of Water will probably win, but I will be keeping my fingers firmly crossed for Call Me By Your Name, even if it won't. So I think 3 Billboards probably might be the upset.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see
We'll see
tonight.
you tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
This video is going up in a few minutes, so wait around.
Oh my god.